Guinness. Alec. Arthur. It's Arthur Guinness in a can. Let him out. Let him out. Hey, it's Brainmuffin back with a beer review, and here we have the quintessential stout that started them all. Well, no, maybe not, but it's been around a long, long time. 1759 established. It's St. James Gate, Dublin, traditionally brewed. This is the extra stout, 5.6%. On Untapped, it shows up as an Irish dry, which is exactly what I would expect it to. Got this at Jungle Jim's for like $2.50. This is 19.2 fluid ounces, so it's 1.3.2 ounces. I was expecting it to be an even number of milliliters, and maybe it is, but it doesn't say, which is interesting as the dog says. Bold and bittersweet, it says. Now, I don't know if this has a widget. It's a bit of a tall can. They had a 22-ounce bottle as well for $3, but I decided not to get that one because they also have some other ones that we'll be reviewing shortly. So 5.6%. Interestingly enough, I've never checked it into Untapped. And at some point, I'd like to find the old bottles that I used to get years and years and years ago. Okay, no widgets. So I don't know if this has got nitrogen carbonation, or well, that wouldn't be carbonation, would it be? Nitrogen bubbles. Well, carbonation, right? It's not carbon. It's carbon dioxide. CO2 usually. Oh, it's so good. So good. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, Norwalk, Connecticut. Brewed in Ireland by Guinness and Company. So 1759. So before we were a country. So, as would be expected from a dry Irish nice stout, we've got a nice light medium brown head. Dark beer. Roasted malt on the nose. Hints of bitterness, just a little bit. Oh, it's so good. And it's so smooth. I mean, most people are kind of afraid. You get a little bit of a coffee flavor very, very late, especially on the exhale. That's from the roasted malts. You can see how dark that is. And a lot of people, this will scare them. Oh, it's such a thick beer. This is not a thick beer. Fewer calories than in a Budweiser. It basically sits between a Bud Light and a regular Budweiser. So this can has got more than 1.5 servings, 170 calories per 12 ounces. So there you go, not bad. There is 1.8 grams of protein in there as well, 5.6% alcohol. 0.7 fluid ounces of alcohol in here as the dogs go barking. Egg and Dozer are playing. And that's Egg you keep hearing. He's getting really big too. It's hard to believe. He's a year younger than Dozer, but he's bigger, I think, now. But that is fantastic. So if you want to know what a dry Irish stout is, this is pretty much the benchmark. The bitterness is very late. The bitterness is all from roasted malts, so you get this very roasty flavor. Dark malts, hint of chocolate, but it's so subtle. There's more coffee than there is chocolate. It's because it's more of a coffee stout. As far as flavor, I don't want you to think there's coffee beans or caffeine or any of that other nonsense in it. This is all roasted malt. There is some bitterness from hops, but it's extremely difficult to pick out because of the roasted malt. Somewhere I have the actual recipe of what this is in a book, in Papazian's old book. But you see, it's got a nice thick head. It's kind of hard to see. Very creamy, very frothy. And that's from the can. On draft, this is incredible. The bubbles are very small. See, that's the thing. When you get nitrogen injection, the bubbles are very small. And they seem to be about that size. But this may have more natural carbonation. There's nothing on the can to tell me. But they made a big deal for a long time with the widget and everything to be having nitrogen. So I guess that's NO2 or N2O2. No, N2O2 is laughing at. I think it's NO2. So they may, thought the nitrogen bubbles were smaller. But it's really tough to say. But this is fantastic anyway. For considering being out of a can, the dry stout, for me, this is a fabulous 5 out of 5. I know people say that I give a lot of beers a lot of bad reviews, you know. But yeah, dark, smooth, coffee, creamy. I'm going to tag all these things. This is out of a can. I don't normally do all this stuff. I did not purchase it at the beer garden. I don't know if I can enter that. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Because that was in Knoxville, Tennessee. See if I can do Jungle Gems, because that's where I got it in Fairfield. Wasting a lot of time. Come on. Jungle Gems International Market Bakery, Pint Night, Oscar Event Center International Market Fairfield. There we go. That's good enough of a tagging for me if it'll let me choose it. Come on. They're screaming. It's not, you know, it's relatively late for these little kids to be running around in the dark. There's no street lights out there. So we've got 1860 tap room. All right, unlock the local badge, Jungle Gems Market, Tasting Adventure. Unlock the badge, Veterans Day. It's this weekend. I think it's technically Monday. So I'll unlock 2 badges with that. Well, very good. And I've got some people friend requested me. Awesome. So if you want to follow me on Untapped, I'm Brainmuffin. Send me a request and I'll accept it. And you can go from there. I don't do nearly as many of these as I used to, mainly because people don't watch them. So to me, this is a 5 out of 5. I want to find I don't know if they make the old bottles that I used to get, because I really want to sort of remember what all that was like. And I will definitely recycle this. But this does no widget. It feels like it's nitrogen injection. Not sure. So if you know, let me know in the comments below. What would you give Guinness? Do you like it? Not like it? You can have that discussion too. And this is an awesome, awesome beer and a great stout. So we'll see you later, and goodbye. Let's sit here. All right, I know we can hear okay. Can we see okay? Seriously? No, the dogs are barking.